give them various areas of the project, so that'll allow them to get themselves right. So all goes to plan, shouldn't be an issue. Big risks remain on, again, on most schemes is mains electricity. Substation over there, we've got some indicative dates for gas, electricity, water and telecoms coming into the building. Telecoms are basically organised by the client themselves. Things like the metering for mains electricity, again, the clients will decide who their best provider or shipper is going to be for gas and electricity. So again, it starts very early in the process, so we don't get caught at the end. We're saying your building's complete, but we can't turn any of the power on, so to speak. Yeah. So usually risk coming out of the project, getting it weather tight, and statutory services into the building. Come on, there must be more questions. Yeah?
Oh, they'll have a pile of questions when they look at the assignment again, but not right now.
So it's not a hell of a lot to see here at this moment in time. You see the skeleton and the envelope. So you just see the skeleton and the precast going in. So in timing terms, we anticipate precast finishing over the next 3 or 4 weeks, including the wet works. But over the next 2 months, we get the roof on and substantively cladding. That then releases a lot of works on the inside of the building. 3 or 4 weeks, we start building services, first ductwork, etc. The main service. But over the next couple of weeks, we've got to fire stop the steelwork and basically spray the underside of the precast units. They're easier to spray now rather than when you've got a lot of ductwork up.
Yeah. The mugger, multi-activity,
multi-use games area.
Yeah. Does that come as one entity? You just provide a level finish, or
no,
do you? Is it like a kit that you put together?
It's not one of those units that's got the big shock mats and the artificial grass on it. It's basically a tarmac area, but it will be fully finished, line marked and fenced off, ready for immediate use. So all the hard and soft landscaping and everything around the building again needs to be complete for the 7th.
And parking for staff? I'm not sure about students, but how far does the boundary? Basically
what you're seeing here is the main parking area for for the site. There's a turnaround area for coaches dropping off. So all the parking is on this side of the site. The back side is for maintenance, pin store vehicles, and as I say, with the multi-use games area at the back here, the rest of it's just hard landscaped. So one of the reasons that we've tarmac this area actually gives us a reasonable platform and want to put our site setup in and to extend the parking for ourselves in any event, because it can get a bit muddy out there.
And not really your question to answer, but the major development is going to be continuing for how long, do we think?
I'm not really sure actually. I can't answer that one.
Yeah, I'm presuming years.
I would imagine so, for the size of the
so we've got that ongoing adjacent.
I know there's like a scrapyard opposite, we'll have to decant eventually, but the main road link coming in, they've just released the slip road coming in, and we've got access and egress route that comes out onto this main road, and again we'll be coordinating with SIS for that to be done at the appropriate time.
In terms of handover, obviously I guess you'll be providing the client with like O&M manuals and all that sort of stuff. Is there any other special requirements? Or?
Not particularly. The O&M manual, which we sort of call it the health and safety file these days, which is basically everything that the client needs to safely own, operate, maintain and get rid of, i.e. deconstruct, it has to be in that file. Yeah, we don't get everything 100% right at the end of the project, but we have to provide them sufficient information to do that initially, and then with all the various packages we assemble the documentation, hand it over to the CDM coordinator, who then hands it over to the client. But in practice we just have the CDM coordinator standing there while we handle these files electronic as well as paper copy. So all that gets done, and our preference is we get the facilities manager, building users to work with us assembling that particular document, so they don't get hit with this just pile of paper.
So the contents.
Where the hell is this and where's that? And also look at them, look at provisions for necessary spares from day one as well. You know, with the best will in the world, sometimes things get broken. Usually by you students, by the way. Yeah.
Well,
The only thing about these buildings, we should leave them once they're finished and not let the students in, and they'll be pristine all the way through.
especially those mature students, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, in a nutshell, it's a hefty document, but we very much see it as a combined exercise with whoever's going to be operating and maintaining it afterwards. Lots of training, lots of witnessing, lots of demonstrations, so they're very familiar with the building before they move in on day one. Yeah. So, testing and witnessing of the main switch gear, air conditioning units, basically the whole shooting match effectively is ideal. Some projects we've got the luxury of getting them involved early on in the scheme. Others, clients won't appoint their facilities manager until after the event, but we always make an allowance for witnessing demonstrations and training. Yeah, so that's done after the movie, before of course. She makes the soft landing. I don't feel like we've finished. Gone off and we've just left it to them. There you go.
Brilliant, thank you. As always, when we take students on site, you've given some really excellent key learning points. Liaison with adjoining sites, subcontractors, use of BREEAM or not, use of BIM or not, soft landings, all those things that are on your schedule this semester. So when I talk about them in class, they know I'm not lying, appropriate or otherwise.
If you go away and think, oh, I should have asked him that, yeah, by all means, just filter it through and we'll be happy to answer any questions retrospectively as well. Yeah, I've done it myself. Damn, I wish I'd have asked that.
That's why we keep recording people these days. Now we can.
Yeah. Who do I send the fee to?
I'll send you a copy.
Good.
Yeah, you can share with the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Any more questions before I switch off, or you switch off?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, no, you're more than
Excellent.
welcome. I hope you